Are you single? Then you won't get a house. Why is India afraid of the unmarried? Imagine this. You have a good job, you work in a reputed company, you pay your taxes on time, and you live an independent life. But the moment you start looking for a rental home in a new city, you find yourself knocking on door after door, only to hear the same response every time. Sorry, we don't rent to bachelors. Why? Just because you're unmarried. Not a criminal, not a thief, not someone with ill intentions, just a person living alone. This isn't the story of just one person, it's the reality for every young adult who wants to be self-reliant. But society looks at them with suspicion. Today, we're going to explore this issue in depth. But before we begin, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get notified first about all our latest videos. Now, let's begin today's discussion without any further delay. The towering buildings of Greater Noida West's gleaming societies may look stunning from the outside, but the system inside is just as complicated. Take 𝐼𝐻𝐸 Society, for example, where just a few days ago, a written decision was made. No unmarried individual will be allowed to rent a flat. The reason? Bachelors create noise, disturb the peace of the society, and lack decency. There's no concrete proof for these claims, yet the assumptions are so deeply ingrained, so strong, that even the law struggles to break through these walls. Being a bachelor in today's India is almost treated like a crime. If a married couple goes looking for a house, they are immediately considered a family. But if that same man is alone, or if that same woman is single, people begin questioning their character. They're denied a home on rent. One Noida society even put up a signboard clearly stating, "No house will be rented to bachelors." Their reason? That some past criminal activity involved bachelors. But can every crime in society be tied to one group of people? Some societies have now started asking tenants, especially unmarried women in live-in relationships, for a family approval certificate. Imagine, a woman who wants to live independently is required to get a written letter from her family stating, "Yes, we have no objection to her living alone." Is this the modern India we talk about, or are we still shackled to the same outdated mentality where a woman's freedom is seen through eyes filled with suspicion? Sunita's story may be from the past, but the harsh reality she faced remains unchanged even today. 20 years ago, when she moved from Prayagraj to Noida in search of a job, her biggest struggle wasn't just landing her first employment, it was finding a place to live on rent. Her work shift started at 3 p.m. and ended at midnight. People would say, "How can we give a house to a girl who comes home so late?" For 6 months, she stayed at a relative's home in Dwarka, Delhi, commuting 3 to 4 hours daily, just because she was a single working woman. And today, has anything changed? Not at all. Even now, finding a home is just as hard for bachelors as it was 2 decades ago. A girl recently went house hunting in Lucknow. Everything was almost finalized until the landlord learned she would be living alone and was unmarried. He immediately refused, saying, "We don't want any trouble." But what exactly are these so-called troubles? A person's independence? Their attempt to live freely? Or is it that same outdated mentality still sitting guard atop our society's walls? Truth is, landlords' fears stem from social assumptions. They think bachelors will create noise, invite friends over, throw late-night parties. But the real question is, does every bachelor behave this way? Don't families ever cause issues? Don't married couples fight or break rules? Then why this discrimination against a specific group? And when it comes to women, the situation is even more concerning. Society still judges a woman's character by the way she lives. If she is independent, lives alone, and makes her own choices, her intentions are questioned. Landlords fear that it might bring shame to the society's reputation. But no one asks, what about the cost to that woman's self-respect? Many times, landlords themselves are willing to rent out their flats, but they are forced to comply with society's rules and bylaws. Builder associations and apartment owners associations, AOAs, often have clauses like seek prior approval before renting to bachelors, or even outright bans stating do not rent to bachelors. In one sweeping judgment, society has labeled them as a security threat. When the question arises, is this discrimination illegal? The answer lies in the Constitution. Articles 14 and 15 clearly state that no citizen shall be discriminated against based on gender, caste, religion, or any other grounds. While the term marital status may not be explicitly mentioned, it is certainly covered under other grounds. So, denying someone a home solely because they are unmarried is a form of social discrimination and a violation of the core principles of the Constitution. The Model Tenancy Act of 2021, although it doesn't directly address this issue, does not give landlords the right to arbitrarily reject someone solely on the basis that they are single. The act emphasizes transparency, clarity in rules, and respect for tenants. Legally, a tenant can approach a civil court or consumer forum, but the real question is, how many actually do it? Most young people, instead of getting entangled in legal proceedings, quietly look for another place or settle for compromises. Out of fear of societal backlash, they choose silence, and it is this very silence that strengthens the discrimination further. In areas like Greater Noida West, where thousands of young people come in search of jobs, what happens if bachelors are denied rental homes? In many societies, up to 25% of tenants are bachelors. That's 1/4 of the community. If, under new rules, renting to them is stopped entirely, it will have a serious impact on the local economy, the rental market, and people's lives. Just imagine a well-educated, self-reliant young person facing obstacles simply because they are single. Is this a sign of a progressing society or a glaring failure? If we're teaching our own children that only after marriage will society accept you, then how can we speak of modernity with a straight face? This issue isn't just legal, it's social and moral too. Have we made our society mature enough to judge people not by their personal lives, but by their behavior and values? Have we truly grasped the real spirit of our Constitution? The purpose of this video is not just to highlight the problem, but to initiate a change that's been long overdue. If you've ever been a victim of such discrimination, share your story, because real change begins when every voice is heard. And maybe someday, when another young person moves alone to a new city to start their career, they won't find doors shut in their face, but a society ready to welcome them.
New, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.